Biology is considered to be a dead science. Really? Is it so? Well, it is just a preconceived notion about biology. Personally, I feel biology is the most lively and interesting subject to study. But there are times when people don't like to study the subject because what happens, they lose interest because the terms that the subject has is a bit difficult. It becomes difficult to memorize those terms or understand things, understand the life processes. But just imagine how beautiful the subject is. Right from the bacteria that is there in the curd that you eat and till the infection you get in your body, everything includes biology, right? Have you ever thought about it? It's so amazing. Well, before starting with the actual lecture videos on my channel, I just thought of giving some easy tips to you on how you can study biology in an easy manner. Okay, so let's get started with that. First things first, decide that you have to study. Okay, so try to understand. Nobody else can pressurize you to study a particular subject. You should know why you want to study that subject. Is it going to help you professionally, or you just to have an interest, or whether you get good marks in that subject? My personal choice would be I will not recommend anyone to select a subject on the basis of the marks, because you might get good marks in a particular subject by just memorizing and writing the answers in the paper, but when it comes to understanding a particular subject it may become difficult, right? So it's you who have to decide whether you want to study that particular subject or not. It's not only about biology, it can be about arts, commerce, science, humanities, any subject which you find interest in. So the thing is, you need to decide that you have to study that subject. All right, now the next method. There are two methods of studying biology. The first one is you try to understand the subject, and the second one is you try to memorize things. So, second option is not valid for me. I don't believe in memorizing things because I have never done that. I don't have a super memorizing power. I have always tried to understand things, and that is why I think that is there in my mind always. Let me share an experience with you. You know what happened when I was in my standard 12th in lectures? What happened? We had a professor. Let's keep him anonymous. I don't want to publicize him here. But what happened? We were sitting in a classroom, and this professor, biology professor, he came into the class. He was taking lectures, and one student just got up and he answered something, and then the professor just told him, he just tried to mock him in some manner. He said, you have little of gray matter in your brains, I think. Okay, before I explain this statement, let me just give a short description about what I said. Your brain is divided into two parts, okay, two parts. One is having the gray matter because it appears grayish in color, and the other one is the white matter which appears whitish in color, okay. I'll get into the details of that particular topic when I give a particular lecture on neuroscience or the nervous system. Okay, for now at least, just try to understand there are two types, which one is the gray matter and the other one is the white matter. Now he's told the students that you have less of gray matter in your brains. I was just wondering what the professor meant, and the very next moment he said, I am just calling you stupid. Can you imagine? That's such a biological way of saying stupid. Gray matter is responsible for intelligence. All right. So, by that statement, I got to know that intelligence is associated with the gray matter, and that is properly transcribed in my mind always. I never forgot this, that the gray matter is associated with intelligence. Why? Because that actually happened in a situation which I experienced. So there are some people who have pictographic memory, there are some who have good auditory response. So it depends on how you grasp things well. If you feel I can grasp things well while I can read, then try to read a lot of books. If you think I can grasp well if I listen to somebody, then try to listen to lectures. If you think for me animation works well, then go to the YouTube, try to find out the processes that is available in animations. So by studying that, I think that can help you, right? So this was the thing, and don't try to memorize because I never did so, and I hope memorizing will never help anyone. Okay, so the next type, you can incorporate or inculcate some biological things in your daily life, in your household activities. For example, let's say there's something called as Mangifera indica. Now, was it that? That is mango. The mango season is here, right? So, this was my method of playing and having fun with my mom. What I used to do, I used to pick up five things which I want to learn the biological names of. I liked mango, let's say onion and potato. Potato is called as the Solanum tuberosum. Onion is called as the Allium cepa. So all these things are sounding Latin and Greek to my viewers. Okay, don't worry. These are just biological names of the things which are available in your kitchen. That is your fruits and vegetables. And students of standard 9, 10, 11, 12, they have to study about at least 5 to 10 names of these vegetables and fruits. So what happens, generally I talk to my mom in this manner. Whenever I go out, I talk to her, or I ask her how much Solanum tuberosum I need to get. It was amazing. We used to have a lot of fun doing this thing. She also came to know whatever things are called. She herself is a biology teacher. So it was nice recalling all these things. And you can play with your mom, you can play with your siblings, you can play with your grandparents, you can tell them some good names. And if you recite it for more than 20 times, it will be there in your brain for a longer period, and then you don't need to memorize that. Okay, so this is the way how you can play, have fun with the names that is difficult for you to memorize. You can just recite it as many as times you want to in your home, right? Then the next thing, I think you can characterize your friends. Okay, so what I mean by that, characterization is assigning names to the friends in a positive manner. For example, if you know, humans are called as the Homo sapiens. Now, what does it mean? Homo means the same, and sapiens is sapiens mean, it's the in Latin it means wise. Okay, so Homo sapiens is commonly called as the wise man. We are called as the Homo sapiens. Okay, we means the human beings. Okay, the we, this generation is called as the Homo sapiens. Sapiens, not Homo sapien, because you know what happens, every generation is better than the previous generation in a 10% manner. Okay, it is biologically proved that every next generation that is produced is 10% more intelligent than the previous generation. So our generation is the Homo sapiens sapien, and our previous generation was the Homo sapiens. And I guess my next generation, my daughter, I just tell you, I can't believe I'm going to call her Homo sapiens sapien and sapiens, because she is so sharp, she is so focused. She is just 3 months old, but she knows how she wants to get things done. If she wants the fan to be switched on and off, she wants to play with that, she makes sure that she does that. So this is how we play with her, and yes, that is how is Homo sapiens sapiens. And in next few generations, we are going to have another sapien added to our biological names. Okay. Next thing is how to draw diagrams. Biology, you cannot study biology without studying diagrams and without drawing diagrams. So my tips to the students who find difficult in drawing diagrams is practice as much as you can. It's just like maths. You see it, you draw by seeing the diagram, draw it for 5 times, draw it for 6 times, and then you can see without seeing, you can draw the diagrams. Okay, this is how you can be well with the diagrams. You can go well with the diagrams. Now the next thing is study in a structured way. What do you mean by a structured way? Structured way is by using flowcharts or pictograms, whatever works best for you. See, let me give an example of a traffic signal. There are lights which say is when you have to stop, when you have to get ready to go, and when there is a green signal and you are just about to go, right? They could have written, instead of using symbols, instead of utilizing lights, they could have written that now you can go, now you should stop, or something else. But why did they use symbols? See, it is easy to have pictures in your mind, it is easy to have symbols in your mind. Okay, so when you study something with a particular flowchart or by using some symbols, it becomes easier. So whenever you read something, draw a diagram, draw a flowchart, or make some pictograms, underline that, use highlighters. In this way, those things will be there in your mind for a longer time. Understanding? Okay. So the next thing is revision. Visualize it again and again. The best thing is by using a fridge magnet. That is my favorite method. Use fridge magnets, use short notes, okay? Make quick sticky notes, use that, stick it at your home at different places, and then by this method you can just try to visualize it every other time you visit that particular room or that particular area. So this is how it's going to be done if you try to revise it again and again and visualize it again and again. The next thing is ask for help. Don't hesitate. If you feel you are not very well with the subject and you want to study that subject, if you think you can study that subject, please ask for help. Ask for tutors, your teachers, your parents, your siblings, your friends, anybody you think who can help you with the subject, please ask for help. Okay, don't run from the subject. This is how you can study the subject well, and you can never do well with the subject if you are not friendly with the subject. Okay, so my personal opinion would be, whenever you study biology, sit with pictograms, with flowcharts, with highlighters, diagrams, study that. Practice among your friends, practice with your mom at home, the biological name, the way I said you, but don't do it with the vendors outside because they will get annoyed and they will just shush you away. So just do it with your parents and siblings and friends only. And the next thing is have a fun method of doing things. Okay, see, whenever you're sitting in a lecture, you don't like a traditional way of teaching. For example, if a teacher comes to your classroom and say, okay students, good morning everyone, today we are going to study biochemistry. Okay, so first part of the biochemistry is carbohydrates, and tomorrow we'll be doing that proteins. Okay, you don't want all of that. Okay, you want a fun method of doing this. Okay, so if I'm there, I would say, okay students, we are going to study biochemistry today, and what does this chapter include? It includes everything that you know and that you eat. That would be carbohydrates, that would be proteins, that would be fats, and it is up to you how you want to study that, right? So this is all small methods and easy methods how you can study biology, how I did, and if it works well for you, please write in the comments below. And if you have any problem doing these tasks, then ask for help from me. My email ID is given in the description box below. That is ishasrivastavbiology@gmail.com. And if you feel you want to ask help, I'm there on Zoom application as well. You can mail me, you can ask for help for online tutoring. And this is how I'm going to work from my YouTube channel and the Zoom. Okay, now in this time when we are quarantined at home, the only thing you can do to help your government is stay at home. It is very dangerous. Don't take it casually. Support our government, be at home, and pray for those who are working for us. There are people in the medical field, paramedical, the people in the police and the defense, they are working for us away from their family, and they are extremely at the forefront of this coronavirus. They are being exposed to this virus I don't know how many times, and they are risking their lives each and every day. Please pray for them, and I hope we get easily, you can say, we get easily recovered from this particular coronavirus evoke. And let's stay together, study together, and thank you for liking my previous video and subscribing to it. So whenever you want to ask help, you can come to my channel and ask, right? That's all for today. I hope you liked all the tips that I shared with you. So if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, please subscribe it and hit the like button. Also hit the bell icon, which will keep you notified whenever I do a video. And this is how we are going to stay together and connected. Okay, love to all. Bye bye, take care.